very much, ladies. Good evening. Thanks for being here. Are you ready for it now? Good, good. On behalf of the Miss Whitehall Pageant Committee, I'd like to welcome you to this year's pageant. It's kind of a special one, Miss Whitehall 2024, the Eras Tour. And we'll talk about that as the evening goes on. Just a couple of quick things as we get started. First of all, please turn down your cell phones. Okay, if you have sound, make sure they're turned down so we don't interrupt things. Sometimes if I have one of your numbers, I like to call it from backstage just to make sure you're listening to us. Okay, so we'll make sure we get those turned down. And then secondly, we'd like to ask you all, please rise. If you are able, gentlemen, remove your hats and join us as we begin tonight's pageant by honoring America with the presentation of the colors and our national anthem. Star Spangled Banner performed tonight by former Miss Whitehall Sarah Torreson, Miss Whitehall 1985, and her daughter, former Miss Whitehall 2015, Molly Torreson-Lisowski. Ladies and gentlemen, the presentation of the colors of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Much, ladies. Miss Whitehall 1985, Sarah Heggie Torreson, and her daughter, former Miss Whitehall, Molly Torreson-Lisowski. Thank you very much. We have a lot of great people who are involved in this pageant, and we want to thank so many of them. We want to begin by thanking our honorary flag bearers tonight, Jenny Estenson and Julie Casperson. They're right down here in front. Stand up for a second, ladies. Jenny has served on the Miss Whitehall Committee. Jenny has served on the Miss Whitehall Committee from 2014 to 2019. She lives here in Whitehall. She has 4 children, 1 son-in-law, 1 granddaughter, and at home she has 2 dogs and a husband named Terry. And Jenny works at the Whitehall School District here. Julie Casperson's been part of the Miss Whitehall pageant for a long time. She was part of the Miss Whitehall Court in 1991 and is an alumni of Whitehall High School. She and her husband Steve have been married for 27 years, and she's the proud mom of son Isaac and daughter Allie, who are also Whitehall grads. Julie graduated from UW Stout with a degree in education, but her experiences have now led her to the human resources field for the past 12 years. She's currently the HR director at Dairyland Labs, and she enjoys chances to volunteer here in the community when time allows. She's been part of this pageant committee since 2018, and she likes traveling and spending times with friends at wineries or anywhere good times take them. We want to say thank you to our honorary flag bearers, Jenny Estenson and Julie Casper. Get that out of the way in case we need it later. Okay, so how's everybody doing? Great. All right, well, you look great. Let's start with that, okay? My name's Mike Gilbertson, and I'll be your host this evening. I'm going to have a hard time with this microphone. I'll maybe go to a stick mic next break, okay? My name's Mike Gilbertson, and I'm excited to be here, okay, for a couple of reasons. One, I'm excited because this is Whitehall's, it's a special Beef and Dairy Days weekend and a special Miss Whitehall pageant because it's our 150th anniversary here in Whitehall. And the Whitehall Area Historical Foundation's been working hard to put on a great sesquicentennial celebration, and you're going to see things going on in the community over the weekend, and things have been going on for the last year. So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited to be here at Memorial High School in this great auditorium again. Last year we were downtown at the bandstand, and that was really nice. It was a beautiful evening and everything. But tonight, with rain in the forecast, it's kind of nice to have a roof over our heads and some padded seats, I think. So it's nice to be here at Whitehall High School. And finally, I'm going to tell you, I'm excited because it's been like 5 months since I've had a microphone in front of me. Okay, I feel like I got a lot to say or something, okay? I don't know, maybe we'll get to some of that later on as well. One of the things that we are excited about is a few of the changes have been brought to the program this year. The Little Miss portion of the pageant has been a favorite, but they thought it would be more fun to get a lot more young girls a chance to get out here on stage. So thus, the Little Miss Whitehall Dance Company was born. Little Miss Whitehall Dance Company consists of girls grades 1st grade through 5th grade, and they have 28 girls in the program. So now they've been rehearsing feverishly on this, okay? They started rehearsals like last Sunday night, and they practiced for an hour every day leading up to this, okay? So they've been working really, really hard. Please welcome right now the Little Miss Whitehall Dance Company 2024 performing Taylor Swift's 22.
Breakfast at midnight, to fall in love with strangers.
Now they're going to all go backstage and they're going to be very, very quiet. And then they'll be out again later. We have a lot of great sponsors we'd like to thank that help make this pageant go on. We'll be recognizing them throughout the evening, but we'd like to start with Falls Meat Service of Pigeon Falls, Tri-County Communications, and Waumandy State Bank. So make sure we thank those really great sponsors. A lot of people are involved in this, and the ones with the hardest job are our judges. And we'd like to introduce you to our judges tonight. They do a great job, and they are really passionate, I think, about what they do and what they have to do to help make this a really great pageant. Our first judge, is Kate Kane. Kate, if you could stand. Kate's devoted herself to supporting the youth of communities through various civic organizations and causes. She's an advocate for establishing lifelong habits of health and fitness, encouraging every child to reach their full potential. She's employed as the manager of pharmacy at Gunderson Tri-County Hospital, a position she's held since 2014. And prior to joining the staff at Gunderson Tri-County, Kate served as a pharmacist with Gunderson Health System in La Crosse. She's a native of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, a Yooper in the house. She lives now in Holman with her husband Sean and 2 daughters Eden and Brenna, and together they spend time enjoying things outdoors and the beauty of the Coulee region. So we thank our first judge, Kate Kane. Our second judge is Janet Scraw. She lives in Independence, been married to her husband Brian for 34 years. They have 2 children, daughter Anna, who resides in Zumbrado, Minnesota, and does research with heart cells for babies with congenital heart defects, and a son Matthew, who resides at home with Janet and her husband. Janet just recently retired from Gunderson Tri-County, where she managed the assisted living center, as well as gift shop and volunteers. She worked in the healthcare field for 42 years, and prior to her employment at Gunderson, she worked at the Trempealeau County Healthcare Center for 22 years. And she's been involved in a lot of youth activities as well. She taught Sunday school for 6 years and involved in many of her children's school events. First of all, congratulations on retirement, and secondly, thank you for being here, Janet Scraw. And our third judge tonight is Amy Fossum. She has worked in human resources for over 25 years, worked for Polaris Industries in a variety of different roles. She graduated from DePaul University with a degree in business and an emphasis in human resources. While attending DePaul, she was a member of the women's basketball team. Her passion for that sports continued as she's been involved in coaching girls basketball the last 4 years in Osceola, Wisconsin. During her spare time, she likes to spend time with her husband Jeremy, daughter Ruby, and the family enjoys traveling, going to sporting events, and spending time at their cabin. And since last fall, attending different events and parades with daughter Ruby, who's currently serving as a junior ambassador for Osceola. Thank you for being here, Amy Fossum. Now, you probably know the routine. This afternoon, all of our contestants had individual interviews with the judges and shared lunch together. They are scored throughout both the meal and the interview. And then, of course, tonight's pageant on the following things: personality, poise, stage presence, evening gown, appearance, a prepared speech, and then an impromptu onstage question. So thank you again to our judges for being here. They have a very hard task ahead of them. We also have more, speaking of our contestants who were with them this afternoon, we're going to get them out here to perform before they get ready for later. We have 5 great young ladies vying for Miss Whitehall tonight, and we welcome them back to the stage. They are performing Taylor Swift's Willow.
Like the water when your ship rolled in that night. Rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife. And if it was an open shut case, I never would have known from the look on your face. you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. Head on the pillow, I could feel you sneaking in, as if you were a mythical thing, like you were a trophy or a champion ring. There was one prize I'd cheat to win. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. You know that my train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. They count me out time and time again. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. I come back stronger than a 90s trend. Wait for the signal and I'll meet you after dark. Show me the places where the others gave you scars. Now this is an open shut case. I guess I should have known from the look on your face. Every bait and switch was a work of art. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. You know that my train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. Begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. You know that my train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. Begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. Hey, that's my man. Yeah, that's my man. Yeah, that's my man. Every bait and switch was a work of art. That's my man. Hey, that's my man. Begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man.
Thank you very much, ladies. They will now, and you should have saw how fast they got dressed last night, by the way, at rehearsals. They did really good. There's a joke there somewhere. As girls get older, it just take them longer to get dressed or something, because they did really good last night. It was like 14 minutes flat, I think, something like that. They will be back later. We'd like to thank another group of sponsors quickly. Colby Pharmacy, Creative Design Salon, Gunderson Tri-County Hospital and Clinics, Sandy Segula Pet Grooming, Terry's Stamp Pad, the Whitehall Dental Center, WHTL Radio, Gotcha Covered Upholstery, and Klomstein and Sons Auto Body in Coral City. Thank you very much to our great sponsors. Hi, girls. How y'all doing? This is where our visiting royalty sits over here. This is the visiting royalty section. We're glad to have them with us tonight. We're going to introduce them, so when we talk about you, make sure you please stand. They're going to be joining us tomorrow at the Melby Park Shelter. No, that's actually Sunday before the parade at 11:30. Okay, to kick off the parade. So that's always a lot of fun too. So we'll see them there, and we'll see many of them in the parade, I certainly hope, coming up on Sunday. But let's welcome them now. Miss Black River Falls Royalty Court is here. Queen Sam Blazek, along with First Attendant Lauren Bierke, Second Attendant Andrea Coxwell, and Third Attendant Peyton Taylor. Thank you. Oh, there we go. I must have some different ones. Avery Brooks, are you here? Who's that? Where are you from? Black River Falls? Okay, she's here. She is the Colonel Blue second attendant. Colonel Blue Princess is Alyssa Nelson. Okay, and we thank them for being here as well. Eliva Broiler Fest is being represented by first attendant, Kaylin Scout. Thank you. Strum royalties here. This is the Strum Ice Queen royalty. Queen Lillian Hansen is here. First attendant, Anna Aponte, and Little Miss Molly Sticks. The Trempealeau County Fair is here, the fairest of the fair. Queen Kinley Anderson, first attendant Brenna Goplin, second attendant Morgan Shavilla, and third attendant Mariah Tranberg. They're all here. From Galesville tonight, Queen Emma Schindler is here, correct? First attendant Alexis Schroeder, second attendant Gracie Eichel, and Little Miss Elsie Roche. Oh, and third attendant Marissa Thompson, right? Representing Neilsville tonight, Queen Carson Schmitz. Thank you for being here, and Little Miss Emerson Schmidt. Thank you. Our friends from Arcadia are here as well. Queen Brianna Rui, first attendant Kane and Slobby, and second attendant Cassidy Peeler. Ettrick Fun Days, that's coming up soon. First attendant Addison Fayen is here, and second attendant Urila Senses. Thank you. Again, all of these ladies, that's what I have here, by the way. All of these ladies will be with us again on Sunday for the Queen's Tea and all of that good stuff that's going on. And then, like I said, hopefully we'll see many of them in the parade coming up this Sunday. Part of Beef and Dairy Days, and one of the fun parts, is the RCU Cowbell Scavenger Hunt. Every year, the Royal Credit Union helps us get in the spirit of Beef and Dairy Days. They hide the Royal Cowbell within the city limits. What did they find it on about Tuesday? I think it was found by Rylan and April Foss. Are they here tonight, by the way? They found the cowbell. It was tucked under a landscape boulder at the new courthouse at the Trempealeau County Government Center, under a sign bed there. And they picked up $100 in Whitehall dollars. $100 now they give up. That's pretty good. So thanks again to RCU for doing that for us. Again, the Little Miss Whitehall program, the Miss Whitehall program in general, has welcomed the addition of another group of student dancers this year, the Junior Miss Whitehall Dance Company. This consists of young ladies grades 6 through grade 10. And they've rehearsed for the last month or more, and they're excited about being here tonight. They're going to perform Taylor Swift's The Man. Please welcome the Junior Miss Whitehall Dance Company of 2024.
I would be complex, I would be cool. They'd say I played the field before I found someone to commit to. And that would be okay for me to do. Every conquest I had made would make me more of a boss to you. I'd be a fearless leader, I'd be an alpha type. When everyone believes ya, what's that like? I'm so sick of running as fast as I can, wondering if I'd get there quick or if I was a fan. And I'm so sick of them coming at me again, 'cause if I was a man, then I'd be the man. I'd be the man. I'd be the man. They hustled, put in the work. They wouldn't shake their heads and question how much of this I deserve. What I was wearing, if I was rude, could all be separated from my good ideas and power moves. And they would toast to me, like the players play. I'd be just like Leo in Saint-Tropez. I'm so sick of them coming at me again,
Thank you very much, ladies. Again, we'd like to thank just our final group of sponsors. They've done such a great job for us, and these are like the gold medal sponsors, and we really appreciate what they do. The Pigeon Falls Lions Club and R.J. Jarowski Construction. So thank you very much to them. Our sponsors, first of all, sponsors are so important because it's just free will donations and things like that that we received tonight. You can purchase your Miss Whitehall royalty buttons. Sold throughout the weekend. They'll start making those early tomorrow morning, I'm guessing. The scholarships, the things like that, the pageant, the parade expenses are all paid by donations. And you can help donate as well. Just talk to them out in the lobby. If you see any committee member and you'd like to submit a formal donation, let them know. But the sponsorship of this pageant is just so very, very important. We mentioned the new government center in town here a moment ago. That's another thing I'm excited about, is that finally all of the construction down and around my house is finished. But it's so nice to have the new Trempealeau County Government Center up and running. It's just a nice addition to the county and the community. Gunderson Tri-County Hospital Clinic here on the hill, they've been operating since last fall, but this spring and summer a lot of the landscaping and the parking lot work has been finished. So that's alleviating a lot of the parking problems. That's kind of nice. We've had a lot of other things going on as well. Here at Whitehall High School, the Emerging Technology Laboratory across the parking lot, across the street. There's going to be a grand opening there next week, and that's going to be such a big part of educating our kids here in the next decade and forward. And that's really a great addition to this school district. There's other things going on. The library is almost finished. Yay! That's exciting. I mean, there's a lot of people. I don't know about all communities, but Whitehall has a really neat history with their libraries, I think. Going back to when Mary Pintock was at City Hall, and a lot of y'all were going in there. I remember my sons who were in elementary school about 20 years ago, and we'd go down to the library and the gym where the old school was, see Fred Nearing. And now Amanda Hagee does just a fantastic job with our library. And she's excited to get into it too, I know. So that we're really looking forward to that, to having the new library going. So there's so many good things going on here in Whitehall. Tell people about it. Most importantly, if you know anybody, like you start asking them, what do you do for a living? And that person says, well, I manage a successful string of daycare centers. Invite that person to town, please, okay? Heck, they can buy my house for, I don't know. We'll work something out for them. But there are a lot of great things going on here in Whitehall, so make sure you tell people about it. One of the things we'd like to do right now is invite a member of the Whitehall Lions Club to the stage for the Citizen of the Year Award. Bob Gelso, I believe, is doing the honors. Okay. It'll only take him a minute to get up here. I should have signaled you a little bit ago to get started. This is a great award, though, that's given out annually by the Whitehall Lions Club. So thank you, Bob.
Well, this year we had a good number of quality applicants, and in fact we had to have 2 votes because the first vote wound up in a tie. And this year's recipient is a familiar face to all in the Whitehall community. She volunteers for everything. Oh, I made a mistake there. They have volunteer for everything, but she also has a strong, there I go again. They have a strong sense of family. Family is very important to her, and they also have a strong faith. She's always volunteering at their church, volunteering wherever she can. So it was my honor to present the 2024 Citizen of the Year to Valerie Sherbon.
Thank you, Bob. That's a great, great award. It's time to meet the young ladies. What we'll do is, once on stage, each contestant will be sharing with us our vision of the future. Following that, we'll ask each of them an impromptu question, which will come from our basket. The speech prompt that the contestants were asked to prepare for is as follows. Look many eras into the future. You have a blank space. Where do you see yourself? What changes will you make to create the most enchanted, gorgeous you? Tell us if you're ready for it. And so it's my pleasure to introduce the Miss Whitehall contestants in the order that they were interviewed this afternoon by the judges. And each contestant has chosen an escort as well that we will introduce you to also. Our first contestant this evening is Andriana Hemingway. Andriana is the daughter of Andrew Hemingway. She is escorted tonight by Becky Tullius. Becky resides in Whitehall and works at Ornua Foods. Andriana chose Becky to be her escort because she's been a huge role model and mother figure in her life throughout the years. She admires how hardworking and kind Becky is and how she's always putting her best foot forward. Becky's always been supportive of Andriana and the things she does and is always there to give her good advice when needed. Thank you very much. Becky Tullius. And please welcome Andriana Hemingway.
When I think of the future, it feels like something so far away, something that is unpredictable, exciting, and honestly, kind of scary. I can't really say what my future holds, but what I can say is that everything that happens in my future starts with the choices I make at this moment in life. The actions I take and the things I do in my school, community, and even my church will give me opportunities to learn, change, and grow tremendously. Growing up, I wasn't able to have some of the same opportunities that other kids might have had. My upbringing was in a semi-broken family with limited financial resources. I didn't always get to experience the same things that other kids might have had. I didn't always get to experience cool Christmases with many presents under the tree or birthdays with gifts. Even though I didn't have a lot growing up, I learned to be grateful for the things I do have, because to me, those things are a blessing. But I also learned valuable lessons along the way. I learned to never take anything for granted and be grateful for the little things in life. But one of the biggest things I have learned is to have humility and selflessness. I am grateful for all the things that I've learned that have helped shape me into the person I am today in this era of my life. And I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't experience these things. When I see myself in a future era, I can picture the person I want to be and the things I want to achieve. I want to have an influence in children's lives and give them inspiration for their futures. I aspire to be a charismatic leader and role model to all the young girls and boys that grew up differently, and show them that no matter the walk of life you come from, that does not define you or your future, and that you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. One way I see myself making this impact is through my school and church. I want to have the skills to reach out to families and kids in need because of a lack of resources and provide for them assistance to achieve their own positive sustainability. Whether that be in forms of different donations or fundraisers for food and clothing, I would like to be a blessing to those in need and help where I can. Having the ability to serve and help others has been something I have always greatly enjoyed and have a huge passion for. So someday achieving this dream would be incredibly exciting. But one of my biggest dreams and aspirations to serve others and my community is through veterinary medicine. Along with my love for helping others, I also share a love for helping animals as well. That's why I find veterinary work so exciting. It'll give me the opportunities to help keep animals healthy, while also helping families within my community keep their beloved fur babies safe. As someone who grew up with lots of different pets, I know how important they can be. I admire how precious life is for all creatures, so being able to help keep people's pets healthy is very important to me as well. I am so beyond excited to keep working at this dream because I know that one day, all the work I put in will be worth it. But in order to reach my goals for the future, I have to begin working towards them now, at this time in my life. I am ready to take action and work towards my education so that I can be fully prepared for that next step. For me right now, as I continue through my last few years of high school, I will take classes that pertain to the career that I will pursue in my future. And after I graduate, I will pick a college that is best fit for me so that I can continue studying veterinary medicine. But I also plan on taking advantage of all the opportunities my school and community have to offer that will give me the best experience and start for my future. Some of which include youth apprenticeship, National Honor Society, and other leadership roles. Youth apprenticeship is an amazing opportunity that will give me a look into my future career and educate me on things that I will benefit from later. But I'm also prepared to make hard sacrifices, no matter what they may be, if it means I am able to learn and grow. Life is a journey full of amazing new opportunities, and I'm excited to see what the next eras of my life hold and where I end up going. Thank you.
Adriana, do you think high school extracurricular activities are an important part of school, and why?
I think they are very important because they help build character. I'd say, for example, sports. They help build your confidence and your leadership roles that will help you in the future and in school and with the people around you. So I think they are very important.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adriana Hemingway. Our second contestant is Kelsey Klomstein. Kelsey is the daughter of Troy and Jamie Klomstein, and she's escorted tonight by Corinne Stevens. Corinne resides in Northfield and is a nurse at Oak Leaf Surgical Hospital in Eau Claire. Kelsey chose Corinne to be her escort tonight because she's always been someone she looked up to in life. She's been someone who's helped push her to achieve anything she puts her mind to and has helped her with building confidence, leadership skills, and so much more. Kelsey's inspired by Corinne because she's always been like a second mother in her life, and she's always there supporting her at community and sporting events that may be going on. Plus, she's always helping her make her dreams and goals come true. Thank you very much, Corinne Stevens. And please welcome Kelsey Klomstein.
First of all, I would like to take the time to thank my amazing community for coming out to support the 2024 Miss Whitehall contestants. I also would like to thank this amazing group of girls by my side to help make this pageant a very big success. Where do I see myself in the future? This was a very hard question to wrap my head around. If only it was as easy to come up with an answer as when we were little. When I was about 5 years old, I got asked what I wanted to do when I grew up. My answer was almost always a princess. A few years later, I got asked again. I knew almost instantly that my answer would be a professional athlete. Now, looking many eras into the future, my answers have definitely changed drastically. My goal into the future is to graduate high school and become an elementary education teacher. I believe that it is so important that kids deserve a teacher who cares about their well-being and their successes in life. And I would love to have that opportunity to be able to be that person for all of these amazing kids who all deserve to have that special person in their lives. Creating the most enchanted and gorgeous me. I believe that creating the most enchanted and gorgeous me means being involved with many different clubs and activities that help me get more involved with my community. I am a part of many different clubs. For example, I am a part of the Student Council and the FFA, which stands for Future Farmers of America. I also am involved in many different sports. I play volleyball, basketball, softball, and track. Being involved in all of these clubs and activities is a way to help me become more social with my community and gain skills that will help me with my future self. I aspire to be a great leader and an impactful role model for today's society and youth. I want to be a role model for all of these little girls who are performing in this pageant with me tonight and to help make a difference and an impact in their lives. As we all know, there are many children and teenagers throughout our generation who have a hard time trying to fit in. A lot of the time, this reason is because children are struggling with body image issues. They think that they need the perfect body and the perfect life that they see all over social media, when in reality, people are always so blinded by the fact that you do not need the perfect body and the perfect life that you see on social media. It just takes a very special person for you to be able to realize that, and I hope that I can be that person for all of these kids who are struggling with this factor of life throughout our community. A quote from the legend Taylor Swift herself: "No matter what happens in life, be good to people." Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. This is a quote that I keep in my head at all times. This is the legacy that I want to leave behind in my community. A legacy that I hope will continue to grow into future generations that will continue to benefit the community many eras into the future. Being good to people is one of the most underrated strengths that people can have, and I believe that if we can just be good to people, this can make a very big impact on our community for the future generations to come and for the future of our community. So tell me, are you ready for what the future holds? Thank you.
Kelsey, to someone who is not familiar with Whitehall, how would you describe our community?
I would describe our community as such a supportive community. We all are there for each other no matter what the event is. For example of this pageant, the community has come together to support all of the contestants of the 2024 Miss Whitehall pageant. The community also comes together with any sporting event that may be going on throughout the school. So I would just say that our community is very supportive.
Thank you, Kelsey Klomstein. Our next contestant is Kyla Lambert. Kyla is the daughter of Stephen and Kimberly Lambert. Kyla is being escorted tonight by her grandmother, Kathy Klomstein. Kathy resides in Pigeon Falls and is retired, but works part-time to keep herself busy and socialize. Kyla chose her grandmother to be her escort tonight because she's been a huge inspiration in her life. Her grandma's always willing to drop whatever she's doing to tend to her grandchildren, whether they're sick or in need of support. She's been a great role model who's taught her integrity, accountability, and respect to help her in personal life. Her grandmother has inspired her to be the best version of herself and to not only strive for her goals, but to be selfless and honest throughout life. Thank you very much, Kathy Klomstein. welcome Kyla Lambeck.
Good evening. My name is Kyla Lambeck, and I'm so excited to be here tonight as a potential representative of our amazing community. The prompt for tonight's speech has allowed me to think hard about my future has in store, which was challenging but also exciting. When posed the question of where do I see myself years from now, I could have said I'd be living my best life in the Bahamas as a cajillionaire. But let's be real, that's not the life I envision for myself. What? To be very honest, I can't say with 100% certainty what I want to do in my future, and I don't think many of us can, and that's okay. What is important though, is I know without a doubt it is important for me to find my place in the world, giving back and caring for others as Whitehall has done for me. I wouldn't be able to go out into the world and accomplish this if it wasn't for growing up in a close-knit community who has helped show me the way. It has been my pleasure to partake in events like Volleyball Cancer Nights to help fundraise for cancer research and those impacted in our community, as well as work and provide materials for the Booster Club Carnival, where not only is it a blast, but helps younger generations learn what giving back to our community and school looks like. And even school community service days, where we get to go out and clean up our environment and show our pride for where we call home. These are just a few acts of service to community that I've witnessed while growing up that has provided me a base of what I want to continue to do in my future. In the future, I plan to attend college to pursue a degree in the medical field. I chose the medical field because I want to make a difference in others' lives, whether it be the smallest scratch on the knee to a life-saving surgery. It is equally as important for me to broaden my experiences and knowledge in order to learn more about different cultures and communities to become a more well-rounded individual. Joining these groups, this is why I plan to join groups and clubs such as National Honor Society, Biology Ecology Club, and new groups that'll push me outside my comfort zone. Joining these groups and clubs won't only expand my knowledge and experiences, but also help to improve my leadership, communication, and organization skills that I will use in my personal and professional life in the future. If given a chance to represent my hometown on the Miss Whitehall court, it'll not only give me different opportunities to give back to my community for what they have done for me, but also to inspire younger generations like the previous Miss Whitehall courts have done for me. While the future can seem so far and uncertain, I know that I'm ready for the challenges it will take to ensure I create the most enchanted, gorgeous me. Now I'm gonna leave you all with one question tonight about the future. Are you ready for it? I know I am. Thank you.
Kyla, what is some good advice someone has given you?
Some good advice that somebody has given me was to just be myself. Being yourself is not only beneficial for your future, but also to inspire younger generations to be just like themselves too. Thank you.
Kyla Lambeck. Our fourth contestant is Morgan Coxling. Morgan is the daughter of Brian and Courtney Coxling, and she's being escorted tonight by her oldest sister, Ariel Coxling. Ariel is former Miss Whitehall first attendant 2019 and is starting her first year as an elementary teacher at Blair Taylor School District. Morgan chose Ariel to be her escort because she's always looked up to her and loves the advice Ariel has to offer. Thank you very much, Ariel Coxling. please welcome Morgan Coxley.
Hi, my name is Morgan Coxley. I will be a junior at Whitehall Memorial High School this fall. I enjoy volleyball, being in the powerlifting club, and playing games with my family. Some of my favorite activities are going to hang out with friends and going to play games with my family and going camping. Everyone asks you, where do you see yourself in the future? Let's take a step back to where it all began. For me, it has been the same for a long time. When I was younger, I got to job shadow a local business person that I looked up to and wanted to be like. I chose a family friend who owns her own salon and gets to do what she loves every day. I got to shadow her all day and was even given an opportunity to help mix the color bowls for her. I watched her do cuts and apply color to people's hair and saw how it made them feel good about themselves. Seeing everyone leave so happy was amazing. This is something I personally struggle with as I battle with ADD and have not always felt good about myself or as if I fit in. That is when I knew I wanted to go to school for cosmetology. I plan to attend the cosmetology school at Eau Claire after I graduate. I hope I can work in a salon where I help people feel good about themselves and make them feel beautiful even though they already are. I am so glad that I was able to experience this through our school when I was younger. I also am so grateful for our community for being so kind to open their doors to the youth to experience these things and help us figure out who we want to be when we get older. I think my community plays a big role in the person I am today. I have always loved my community and the surrounding areas because they are always so willing to help anyone in need and welcome anyone new to the town with open arms. I can't wait to see what my future holds. I am ready for it. Are you? Thank you.
Morgan, what activity or class in high school has prepared you for the future?
I think the activity that has helped me is sports because you get to figure out who you want to be with sports and get to have communication and help people communicate and everything with sports. Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan Coxley. Our final contestant tonight is Morgan Jarowski. Morgan is the daughter of Bill and Terry Jarowski, and she's being escorted tonight by Kathy Hintz. Kathy resides in Stevens Point and is Morgan's aunt. Morgan chose Kathy to be her escort tonight because she's always looked up to her as a role model and overall influential woman. She's taught her many things, such as maintaining faith, being kind to everyone, and having confidence in oneself. Morgan knows that her aunt will always be a phone call away and that she will continue to support her in creating an enchanted future. Join us in saying thank you to Kathy Hintz. And please welcome Morgan Jarowski.
Hello, my name is Morgan Jarowski, and I'd be honored to be the next Miss Whitehall. When I first heard the prompt, I was forced to look into the future and ask myself what kind of person I wanted to be. I found myself looking at times when I found people influential in my life for their confidence, possessions, or appearance. However, these were things that made them unique and their lives enchanted. So when I took a moment to dive a little bit deeper to see the most enchanted, gorgeous version of myself, I thought of a few instances when I could picture this. This summer, I worked at summer school and volunteered at VBS. Through this, I've come to the conclusion that I enjoy working with kids and helping them to learn and grow. I've also been truly inspired by the way the teachers help the kids to grow. When I see the most enchanted, gorgeous version of myself, I want to become a teacher to help future generations become the best versions of themselves. In order to do so, I plan on attending a college best fit to me, as well as working as a teacher assistant throughout the rest of high school. Another time when I was able to picture this was while participating in community service through FFA and Student Council, in activities such as FFA Day of Service and Meals on Wheels. Through this, I've grown to love our community and interacting with them. When I see the most enchanted, gorgeous version of myself, I see someone who actively participates to make this community a better place by working in community service. I will do this by participating in as many community service things as I possibly can. Specifically, I would like to help with things such as adopt a family and feed my people. Lastly, while attending state FFA convention this year, I was able to hear from former Wisconsin State FFA President Mary Schweimer during her farewell speech. During this speech, she talked about a lesson that she was taught prior to entering high school. This lesson was about a student getting ready to go on a camping trip. However, in order to do so, they needed to cross a river. Prior to going on this trip, the student's advisor tells them to remember to collect stones before crossing the river, as it will come in handy on the other side. The student starts their journey and eventually makes their way to the river, where they are reminded of the advisor's advice. They decide to collect a few pebbles before crossing the river and setting up their camp. That night, the student is reminded of the advisor's advice and decide to collect a few pebbles. They cross the river and set up their camp. That night, the student takes out the pebbles and realizes they had turned into gems. Mary relates this to collecting experiences through FFA in high school before you come to the end of a journey, such as graduating high school. Personally, I relate to this as I've been inspired to take more experiences and be more involved in the community. When I see the most enchanted, gorgeous version of myself, I see someone who works to collect as many gems and experiences as she possibly can, even if it means stepping out of my comfort zone. In order to do this, I plan on finding things that I am passionate about and actively participating in them. Specifically, I would like to travel abroad in college, visit my former exchange student in Spain, and possibly own my own business. All in all, while taking these steps into my future, I would like to be more confident. As Taylor Swift once said, "Just be yourself. There is no one better." When I see the most enchanted version of myself, I see a teacher, active community member, and overall multifaceted person. I can confidently say I am ready for it.
Morgan, how has this pageant challenged you?
This pageant has challenged me in a lot of ways. I'm a little bit scared of public speaking, so memorizing a speech has definitely taken a lot of time, and learning to be a little bit more comfortable on stage. Also, just coming to the practices and balancing that with other activities has been a little bit challenging, but it's paid off, and this has been a really good experience and probably one of the best ones ever.
Thank you, Morgan Jarowski. Now they can all take a deep breath. Got Dave Schaefer coming up next. That should be just a little high. There, what a great job. We'll leave this now to our judges, do some deliberation. So, I don't know, are all you keeping track too? Do you have a little pen and paper there? Or do you have it all up here? I usually try and guess along with the judges. I think that's always kind of fun. A lot of things going on this weekend at Beef and Dairy Days, of course. We encourage you to take part in all of them, as many of them certainly as you can. Parade coming up on Sunday, and as we said, the Queen's Tea will be going on before that. One of the other events of Beef and Dairy Days that we always enjoy is the Lions Club photo contest, and as I said, representing the Lions Club, for that, please welcome Mr. Dave Schaefer.
Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate not having to stoop over. And I've been a Lions member in Whitehall since 1985. And the Lions birthday calendar project was going strong already at that time. So with a little math, you can see that this has become a rather Whitehall tradition. And those of you familiar with this calendar know there's a prominent spot near the top for a photo. And for the second year now, we've decided that it would be fun to have a community photo contest to find something for this spot. And so we have a photo contest in which the entry is to typify the character of the greater Whitehall community. And to fit the calendar, it should be the landscape format where it's stretched out this way instead of the skinny vertical portrait format. And I'm very pleased to announce the winners for this year. The first place winner gets their picture in the 2025 calendar and wins $200. There are two runners up. I get $50 each. And since I already have the envelopes, I don't have to call for them. And I'm going to be a little different and announce the overall winner first, Jason Halama. And you can see the depot scene, which is very well composed. And it's just an excellent shot. I have a question for this guy. This picture was taken perhaps on Main Street close to the railroad tracks. And if we go back, he also won last year's photo contest. You were almost standing in the same spot. You just turned around and went the other way and had a picture of the bandstand.
I was close to the quick shot.
50 feet?
Yeah, plus or minus.
And of course, this is a sunset photo. The other winner was sunrise photo. And it doesn't just happen that you're there at the right time, does it?
No.
This guy does a lot of thought and composition and stuff, and just an excellent job. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the two runners up are Alyssa Johnson, who has a picture of a girl with a horse. It's very, very cute. And then the other runners up is a hillside scene with fall colors and woods and crops by Brenda Sukla. I believe Brenda cannot be here tonight, but if she has somebody who could take her place, why, come on up. And while we're waiting, the Lions are taking orders for their 2025 birthday calendar right now. They're $10 only, and they go a long ways to support our community projects. And if you're not already on our list, we would really like to have you included. So find a Whitehall Lions member, and if you'd like, you can put in your birth dates and anniversary. Another option, I guess, is to go to the Lions Facebook page, and you could reach us there. Is Alyssa here? Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dave, and thank you very much, the Whitehall Lions Club, for all of the things they do. You'll see those guys and gals all around Whitehall all weekend long doing work and keeping this celebration going and things like that. So we really do appreciate it. And thanks to everybody that participated in the photo contest as well. You know, one of the things about this Eras Tour thing that kind of gets you to thinking is how many eras we've been through here. As we celebrate our 150th anniversary here in Whitehall. And this pageant, I've been blessed to have been asked to be a part of it for quite a few years. And I know we have, as we've met already, former Miss Whitehalls in attendance with us tonight. I walked in tonight with the very first Miss Whitehall. She's here tonight. Georgia, where are you? Georgia Hughes, where are you sitting? There she is. Georgia Sessvold was Miss Whitehall 1955. Okay, and as I recall, it was a fall festival at that time. Right. It was kind of like a fall harvest, and it was the coronation and stuff was held at halftime of a football game. Right. Okay, and the football field was down where the baseball field is now at Melody Park. That's where the football field was then. And it was in the fall of 1955 that Georgia was crowned Miss Whitehall, the very first Miss Whitehall. And that's the part, and this is what we should always remember when we celebrate sesquicentennials and when we get together with historical foundations and things like this. We have living history around us, okay? The people who live here and have lived here for a long time. So again, thank you to all of the former Miss Whitehalls in attendance who are in attendance here tonight. We really appreciate your coming back for this. Now it's time for us to meet our Miss Whitehall Royalty 2023. It's their last official act. Well, I guess their last official act will be when they put the tiaras on this year's court. But this group, it's funny, from year to year, how relaxed they are now tonight compared to last year when they were here. Okay, it's just really funny because now, like, this is up, man. Their gig is up. They're out of here in about 3 hours, so they have nothing to lose tonight. They've been having fun back there, and they've really done a great job. So please join us in welcoming. Our 2023 second attendant is Linnea Hobbs. Linnea is the daughter of Jason and Erica Suter and is involved in FBLA, FCCLA, and is a wrestling cheerleader. Please welcome Linnea Hobbs. Our 2023 first attendant is Samantha Peterson. Samantha is the daughter of Christy Peterson and Sean Peterson. She's involved in FCCLA, Board Games Club, and Band. Our first attendant, Samantha Peterson. And welcome to the stage for the final time, your 2023 Miss Whitehall, Laura Fry. Laura is the daughter of Steve and Shannon Fry. She's involved in many activities, including FCCLA, Student Council, Quiz Bowl, Board Games Club, and National Honor Society. She wants to say thank you one final time. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Whitehall, Laura Fry.
As I stand here today, it's hard to believe that my time as Miss Whitehall has ended. This journey has been incredibly rewarding, and I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to all of you. Reflecting on this past year, I am deeply thankful for the kindness, support, and encouragement you've all shown me. Being able to work with so many wonderful people this year and seeing this community supporting us has been an amazing experience. I want to thank the amazing committee members whose enthusiasm and dedication made each event special, and each of you has made this experience one I will always remember. I am also incredibly thankful to Sam and Linnea for the chance to experience this past year with you, getting to create so many new and wonderful memories, like the time Sam made a bunch of kids cheer for her by mewing. And even though my time as Miss Whitehall is ending, I'm incredibly excited to see these amazing girls take on these roles and grow as leaders and representatives of this community just like we did. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this incredible journey, and here's to many more wonderful memories ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, please join us in saying thank you. We have seen them at so many community events over the past year, and they have done just a great, great job. The Miss Whitehall Royalty 2023. All right, now we're going to get set up. Is that right? We have one final, a big finale that we're going to get ready for. Before we do that, though, as they get set up and get all organized back here, I want to say some thank yous quickly. Thank you very, very much to the Whitehall School District for use of the auditorium and the facilities all week long. This really is one of the hubs of our community. We use it for a lot of things, and it's always here for us. So thank you very much to the Whitehall School District. There are a lot of thank yous in your programs tonight, people that have helped over the years, sponsors, folks who provided transportation and meals. Make sure you look at that and make sure you tell them thank you this weekend if you get a chance to see them. I want to thank some of the folks that were working up here tonight on our spotlights. Nolan Thompson, Ashton Hansen, Sawyer Herrick, Cooper Riot is up there as well, working on the lights and the sound. So we want to thank those four guys for working tonight, giving their night up. And I want to thank my guy in the back booth. He's been doing this with us for quite a while, and I'll tell you what, the best thing I could say about this guy is I trust him, okay? Because if I come out here and I'm trying to talk and the microphone's not on, I look really stupid. And if I don't know the microphone's not on, I can sound really stupid, okay? And that's never happened. Okay, and I really enjoy working with him. He's a great young man. Please join us in thanking Tristan Coxley, please. Thanks, DK. And then finally, thanks again to the Miss Whitehall Pageant Committee. As I said, I've been fortunate to do this over the years with a number of varying committee members. They tend to come and go, but they always do a great job. There's always someone there to provide some experience and things like that on how to do this. And every pageant kind of has its own fingerprint, I guess. They're all like snowflakes or something, you know? And we have a really great committee now. Thanks to Crystal Tollefson, Robin Buell, Vanessa Waldera, Julie Casperson, and Phoenix Neal. They do a great job. That's our committee. One final performance. We'll invite them out here in just a second before we crown Miss Whitehall. Please enjoy them as they give their performance of Long Live.
I said, remember this moment in the back of my mind. The time we stood with our shaking hands, the crowds in stands went wild. We were the kings and the queens, and they read off our names. page. It was the end of a decade, but the start of an age. Long live the walls we crashed through, all the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. I said, remember this feeling. I passed the pictures around of all the years that we stood there on the sidelines, wishing for right now. We are the kings and the queens. You traded your baseball cap for a crown, and they gave us our trophies, and we held them up for our town. And the cynics were outraged, screaming, this is absurd. 'Cause for a moment a band of thieves in ripped up jeans got to rule the world. Long live the walls we crashed through, all the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. I'm not afraid. Long live all the mountains we moved. I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. I was screaming, long live the look on your face, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. Hold on to spinning around, confetti falls to the ground. May these memories break on take a moment, promise me this, that you'll stand by me forever. But if God forbid fate should step in and force us into a goodbye, if you have children someday, when they point to the pictures, please tell them my name. Tell them how the crowds went wild. Tell them how I hope they shine. Long live the walls we crashed through. I had the time of my life with you. Long live the walls we crashed through. All the kingdom lights shine just for me and you. And I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. I'm not afraid. Singing, long live all the mountains we moved. I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. And long live the look on your face, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered.
All right, thank you very much. Some of you can go find your seats, your family. Get settled in for our crowning. Yeah. I don't have any daughters, you know. My wife and I just have 3 sons. I kind of feel like this is my penance every year to come in and do this show and just hang out with girls for a couple of days. I have my 3rd grandson on the way, coming next month. That's pretty cool. So I don't have any grandfathers either. There's a baby shower on Sunday, so my wife is going to miss the parade. I'm staying here in town, run the parade party at our house. But so my wife is gone. If anybody'd like to come over, we have extra chairs now. So in case you don't, well, heck, who am I kidding? Most of you know where I live. So come on over, plenty of room. So right on the start of the parade route, it's like the best seat in the house. This is it. I think we're ready, huh? Everybody's ready to go? I'm kind of insulted. They gave me 3 envelopes in back. 2nd attendant, 1st attendant, Miss Whitehall. They're sealed. I mean, I was going to peek in back quick, but they're sealed. Man. Anyway, let's welcome back to the stage our 5 contestants. This is the order again in which we met them tonight. Please welcome Andriana Hemingway, Kelsey Flonsey, Kyla Lambeck, Morgan Coxley, and Morgan Jarowski. Okay, so now all of the girls have already received a participation award, and we certainly thank them. I will say this, over the last couple of days, all 5 of these young ladies have looked like they've had a really good time. Okay? And I think that's the most important thing of all, that this is a good experience. And from what I've seen, it really has been, because they've looked like they've had fun with each other. And it's just been a great couple of days. Thanks again to our judges for being with us tonight. And let's get to it. Our 2nd attendant, Miss Whitehall, 2024, is Morgan Coxley. Our first attendant, Miss Whitehall, 2024, is Andriana Hemingway. By the way, I said my wife's out of town. So if any of you can bring a salad or like a pan of bars or something for the parade, I'd appreciate it, because otherwise I'm going to have to do it all myself and stuff, so just in case. Y'all ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Whitehall 2024 is Morgan Jarowski. For the very first time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you our royalty, Miss Whitehall, Morgan Jarowski, and her court. Morgan Coxley, Andriana Hemingway, and Miss Whitehall, Morgan Jurowski.